Today, I specially took two Nikon for one is a common adapter ring. Let's take a look at their effects. First of all, let's compare the two. The one on the right is an ordinary adapter which has no effect. The one on the left is a light cutting ring from Leina, which has a piece of glass inside. More light can be brought in. Then your aperture can become larger, and your field of view can become wider. It's actually two steering wheels together. Yes, the Canon lens is connected to such an adapter ring of the Fuji camera. Then it also has an adapter ring for Nikon lens. To Canon port, the small set in the middle is placed on the camera, and its effect is like this. Then you just need to add a Nikon lens on it. I mean a SLR lens, and that's okay. Or you can remove the circle and replace it with the Canon lens. You can see that the first three photos, in other words, its angle of view will be relatively narrow. Then, the amount of light is so obvious with the brightening, including you can see that its sharpness is actually very. And then from this picture, basically all the pictures with a ring of increasing light and reducing focus. I thought it would be better in the wide end. After all, if you are a little wider, you will feel much wider, but it was actually more beneficial for long rubber, because if you have a large aperture, for example, you can see that the 105 watt is short. If you use it without light enhancement, its angle of view will be very, very narrow, and its blurring will be very strong. But it's like a cell phone taking a very close up. It's not like that kind of media which has a very wide field, but the separation of his characters is that very nice depth of field. So if you only have a fixed focus lens with a large, then you can always hang this ring on it. I think that match is actually pretty good. So for the lens itself, if you have a large aperture fixed focus lens, it is highly recommended that you add a plus and minus. If you are using a wide angle, if you are just short of it, about 2-4 millimeters, well, when you need a needle, if you are super wide, you may not want to use it. That doesn't really need to be that wide, because the adapter is Nikon 2 and then Canon to Fuji, so it does on Nikon's switch to Canon's switch ring of the same. What's wrong with it? That is, you must install it twice first. For example, this true halo, and then this adapter ring, and then put the lens back on. In fact, the installation is as long as you can install it quickly. But the problem appears in the disassembly. In the past, you only need to disassemble, but this time, he has to remove it twice, and he has to remove the head of the Nikon. What's more annoying is that there is a small button he said earlier that if you have a large aperture fixed focus, this can be used as your standby hang-up. Because if you make such a change outside, it will take a long time. Then it's easy for a lot of dust to get into your lens and your set. But again, this is the most cost-effective Nikon SLR lens I've ever seen for a Fuji-X camera. If you are a gamer with a Nikon SLR lens like me, and not a professional, I think this might be a good fit for you. Don't forget when you see this, then we'll see you in the comments section.